Morocco. Time to join us for news across the country.
From the news and crimes of this nation, OSBC brings you the news. News across the country.
Good evening and welcome to the news across the country. Oyetola reiterates commitment towards infrastructural development and overall welfare of the citizenry. Ministers others shun subsidy pro-panel. Entertainment news examines the use of slang in Nigerian music. Super Falcons commences the defense of the Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. The leadership of Osun Governorship Election All Progressives Campaign Committee, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and Kano State, Governor Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje said the party is working assiduously for the re-election of Governor Adeboyega Ochola in the forthcoming gubernatorial election in sustaining developmental transformations and overall well-being of the citizenry. The national leadership of the party gave the indication in Okoko during the campaign tour of Governor Adeboyega Ochola to the area. Governor's Office correspondent Sonya Onorinde has the details.
In complaint of the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as well as the Kano State Governor, Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje, the campaign train of Governor Adeboyega Ochola drove into Okuku, the headquarters of Oduotin local government area of the state of Osun, to solicit support for his re-election in the forthcoming gubernatorial election. As a mark of respect for the traditional institution, the first port of call for the governor and his entourage was the palace of Olokuku. Governor Oyetola, who was ushered into the ancient town amid fanfare and jubilation by party supporters, maintained after receiving the symbolic royal blessing that if re-elected in the forthcoming gubernatorial election, he is poised towards ensuring policies and programs that would make life more meaningful for the citizenry across the state. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Kano State Governor Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje, as well as the National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress, Senator Iyola Omishore, said that Governor Oyetola has made the party proud in terms of his outstanding performance, adding that it is befitting for the state in sustaining good governance as well as projecting Yoruba presidency in person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu onto a national stage. Olokuku of Okuku, Oba Samuel Abioye Oyebode, as well as other traditional rulers and chiefs in the area who commended Governor Adeboyega Oyetola for a yeoman job noticeable across the state, stressing that residents in the area are sincerely committed towards the re-election of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola in the forthcoming gubernatorial election.
Nítorí pé ọmọ ti wà ní tí a bá tẹ̀ tó yí ọmọ ti wá a lè sọ pé ní ọmọ ti mọ́ máa tàn wọlé ìwọ lọ́ọ̀tàn wọlé lágbára.
Addressing teaming members of the All Progressive Congress at Okuku Town Square, Governor Adeboyega Oyetola, the Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Kano State Governor Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje, as well as the National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress, Senator Iyola Omishore, urged the residents of Osun to sustain the tempo of accelerated economic developments and infrastructural transformations being witnessed across the state under the leadership of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola.
I'm happy to have them around to support me in my bid to ask for the election. They have been wonderful brothers. apart from being APC governors, they're my brother. You recall that Sanwo-Olu is my very, very good brother. Dr. Ganduje was my chairman for the first time. And he has told you that this one is going to be conclusive. So I'm happy to see them around. It gives me the courage.
We felt there's a need for us to come and support him. We believe this is proper, right and fit. And to also feel, you know, the mood of the state. And we've seen it, like you said. You know, we've been inside the rain, we've been out of the rain, we've gone on a journey. And everywhere we've been to, you've seen tremendous troop-out of crowd, right? From traditional rulers to religious leaders, even to trade unions.
From what I have seen with this large crowd, I think it's a matter of time there will be an overwhelming victory for this coming election, because the people of Osun State have now decided to vote again Boyega Oyetola for the second time. That is why they call it 4+4. So we are here to support you. We are here to encourage you. You are here to create an enabling environment so that he becomes governor again for the next 4 years.
The governors are the chairman and the co-chairman of the campaign council. It shows unity of purpose. It shows our seriousness of taking the state. It shows that we are committed to this state. And we are committed to Nigeria. So that shows that our winning streak is certain on the 6th of July.
The state chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Prince Gboyega Famodun, the Director General of Oyetola's Campaign Council, Senator Ajibola Bashir, as well as Engineer Adeniran Ibitoye, implore residents in the area to ensure the victory of Governor Oyetola in the forthcoming gubernatorial poll in transforming the profile of the state. From the governor's office, Saya Onorinde reporting.
Meanwhile, Osun State Governor Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola has reiterated his commitment towards infrastructural development and overall welfare of the citizenry. Governor Oyetola gave the assurance at Freedom Park, Osogbo, the state capital, while receiving Association of Motorcyclists, Osun State chapter, for endorsing his re-election. Governor's office correspondent Sonia Onorinde completes the story.
While receiving members of Osun State chapter of Association of Motorcyclists at Freedom Park, Osogbo, the state capital, Governor Adegboyega Oyetola reiterated his commitment towards the unfolding transformational developments as well as overall welfare of the citizenry if re-elected in the forthcoming gubernatorial election. Governor Oyetola, who appreciated the support of the association, said that his focus is to lift the profile of the state. Laudable initiatives has been demonstrated across the state for incoming generation. In their separate remarks, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as well as the Kano State Governor, Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje, and the Director General of Oyetola's Campaign Council, Senator Ajibola Bashir, lauded the association for their conscious effort towards sustaining good governance unfolding under the leadership of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola across the state, adding that it is imperative for the association to come out en masse with their permanent voters card to ensure the re-election of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola in the forthcoming gubernatorial election. State Chairman, Amalgamated Commercial Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria, Akomoran, Mr. Ibrahim, who reiterated that members of the association across the state remain committed towards the victory of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola in the forthcoming gubernatorial election, maintained that the disposition of the association to support the re-election of Governor Oyetola was born out of his outstanding performance in infrastructural developments that is pivotal to the livelihood of the association. Also on ground to receive the association were the wife of the governor, Mrs. Kafayat Oyetola, the deputy governor, Mr. Benedict Alabi, the wife of the deputy governor, Mrs. Oyefunke Alabi, the state chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Prince Gboyega Famodun, as well as members of the state executive council, members of the state house of assembly. Earlier, the association observed solidarity walk from steel rolling area in Osogbo, passing major routes on the axis and terminated at Freedom Park, Osogbo. From the governor's office, Saya Onorinde reporting.
Similarly, Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly, Honorable Timothy Oweye, has urged eligible voters in Ilesha East and West local government areas to galvanize massive votes for Governor Adegboyega Oyetola during the July 16 governorship election. Honorable Oweye stated this while addressing a crowd of APC supporters and fans in Ilesha at the ongoing governorship campaign. The speaker recalled how Governor Oyetola did wonders in making the long overdue university dream of Ilesha achievable, a feat which he described as historic. Honorable Oweye said the better way people of Ijesha land can appreciate Governor Oyetola is to vote massively for him during the July 16 governorship poll. He therefore assured Governor Oyetola the unfailing readiness of inhabitants of Ilesha East and West towards ensuring the re-election of governor during the polls. In the meantime, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has further reassured people of Osun State of free, fair, and credible election come July 16. The chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Mahmoud Yakub, gave this reassurance during the monitoring of the mock voters accreditation in selected local government in Osun Central and Osun West Central District. Omotayo Adibodun has the details.
Towards the success of the July 16th governorship election in Osun State, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has commenced mock accreditation of prospective voters in the state with the newly introduced bimodal voters accreditation system (BVAS). The exercise, which is less than 5 minutes per voter, saw the electorate submit voters card for authentication while their fingerprint and face were captured. The chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, who monitored the exercise in Osun Central and Osun West Senatorial District in some selected polling centers in Oshogbo, Egbedore, Boripe, and Ede South local government, expressed satisfaction with the functionality and effectiveness of the system and assured the people of the commission's readiness to conduct credible, free and fair election on July 16th.
So we are happy with that as well. In all the local governments we visited so far, there's no failure in all the locations where we observed the mock accreditation exercise. So my overall assessment so far is positive and we're very happy. But it's still about 2 weeks to the election and we are not resting until we are sure that we are absolutely ready for the election.
Professor Mahmoud Yakub also paid a visit to Laro Grammar School, where National Youth Corps members were having their trainings on election procedures, as they will also be involved during the election. He advised the Corps members to be patriotic in the discharge of their duty on election day.
That without the Corps members, INEC cannot conduct successful elections in Nigeria. We have visited where they are being trained. The enthusiasm is very good. And what I see in them is a spirit that intends not only to match but to beat the successful conduct of the Ekiti governorship election and going forward to the 2023 to make it our best election. I'm happy with the morale and the spirit of the Corps members.
At some of the local governments visited, intending voters were observed to be collecting their voters' cards orderly in preparation to carry out their civic rights in the forthcoming gubernatorial election in the state. Omotayo Adibodun, OSBC News.
This is the news across the country coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Ilawiye Okebale Shogbo, Voice of the West. Now, our mid-news message. Position of authority is the position of responsibility, not an avenue for self-aggrandizement. Be humble while in position of authority. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, has condemned the non-appearance of top officials of the federal government from the ad hoc committee on the volume of fuel consumed daily in Nigeria at its investigative hearing in Abuja today. Honorable Gbajabiamila particularly called out the Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Timothy Sliver, Minister of Defense, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, formerly Group Managing Director of the defunct Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mele Kyari, as well as the Managing Director of Petroleum Pipeline Marketing Company, Isaku Abdullahi, among others. Subsequently, the committee chaired by Abdulkadir Abdullahi summoned the JDM GMD of the NNPC, MD of the PPMC, Accountant General of the Federation, the CBN Governor, Petroleum Resources, Minister of Finance, and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance. The Speaker was represented by the Deputy Majority Leader, Peter Actonson, as miffed by the fact that most of the critical stakeholders were absent from the hearing, while those sent to represent a few of them were officials whose cadres were lower than those required to answer questions on behalf of the organizations. Focus on the entertainment news is on the use of slang in Nigerian music, the creativity it shows, and how they become an accepted trend in the society that lasts for generations. Join Motunrayo Oladejo as she packaged the entertainment news.
Slang is a type of language consisting of words and phrases that are regarded as very informal. They are typically restricted to a particular context or group of people. The use of slang in Nigerian music have been in existence for a long time. It is the informal language of musicians which could remain from generations to generations. Sometimes in Nigerian music, slang words spring from a careless statement made on the street or from music. Some folks pick them up immediately and become a trend that has come to stay as an accepted slang. An example of trending slang is "You dey carry me go where I no know" by a Nigerian artist known as Ashake. Zazu from a song by a Nigerian artist also called Portable. Ichok, a slang by a popular Nigerian artist known as Davido. Mafo by Naira Marley. Some other slang includes Who Dey Breathe, Japa, Ment, Okpo, God When, Loriro, Dorime, and many more. Speaking with OSBC Entertainment News reporter Mr. Dotun Adewumi, a musician, spoke on his opinion on the use of slang and vulgar words in the music industry.
Well, basically, I would say my own opinion on slangs used in Nigerian music is that, firstly, music inspiration comes from anywhere. You can get your inspiration from anywhere, so music isn't limited at all. What I would just say is all these vulgar words vulgar slangs are meant to be censored. You know, we have kids underage and stuff, but it's not something that we can prevent. You understand? It's something we have to grow with and just move on with. So as music evolves, know how things to evolve, slangs will come, and some old slangs will go, some new slangs will come. So that's how it is. It evolves always.
Slangs can be fun to listen to. Musicians are to be admired for their creative tendencies toward conjuring new words, expressions, which sometimes make its way into urban dictionary. The speaker is bestowed upon a linguistic capability. He is caught in the spell, the playfulness and fun-filling adventures of using slang. Motunrayo Oladejo for OSBC Entertainment News.
The 2022 Batch B Stream 1 core members in Osun State have been charged not to neglect the skills they have garnered during their orientation course in camp and ensure their services to humanity add value to themselves and the society at large. The Director General NYSC, Brigadier General MK Fada, gave the charge at the personal parade closing ceremony of the camp orientation course of the 2022 Batch B Stream 1 core members in Osun State at the NYSC Permanent Orientation Camp Ede. Oluwatobiloba Odunuga now report.
In his address at the National Youth Service Corps Personnel Parade closing ceremony of the camp orientation course of the 2022 Batch B Stream 1 Corps members in Osun State, the Director General NYSC Brigadier General Fada acknowledged the patriotic zeal with which the corps members have demonstrated in their participation in camp activities and the exhibition of high level of discipline, urging them to remain resolute in the face of daunting challenges associated with their service here. The NYSC Director General, who was represented by the State Coordinator, Mrs. Olayinka Abdul-Wahab, stated further that it is no doubt that the National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme has awakened the capabilities of Nigerian youth in one-road tasks of nation building, with their contribution to the nation's greatness. Mrs. Abdul-Wahab enjoined the 22 Batch B Stream 1 corps members to always perform their duties with due diligence, adding that they are expected to abide with the rules and regulations of the scheme and that of the place of their primary assignments. The NYSC State Coordinator noted that corps members should be wary of acts that portray negative image of the NYSC scheme, especially vices which includes drug abuse and trafficking, cybercrime, and advanced free fraud, among others.
Encourage you to build on the skills acquired by availing yourselves of opportunities for post-camp training, as this will go a long way in empowering you for self-reliance.
Passing out parade closing ceremony of the camp orientation course of the 2022 batch B Stream 1 corps members in Osun State witnessed the inspection of the state coordinator, Mrs. Olayinka Abdulwahab. The corps members gave a salute to show their readiness to serve their fatherland. Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga, reporting for OSBC News.
Meanwhile, supplementary entrance examination into Nakonyo Group of Schools comes up on the 23rd of this month, released by the Chairman Board of Management and Secretary Alhaji Idris Adekunle and Alhaji Kabir Gazal. Says venue of the examination is Igbona Oshobo. The release adds that the supplementary entrance examination covers pre-KG, KG, nursery and primary school, junior and senior secondary 1 and 2. According to the release, interested applicants can purchase admission form at the rate of 1,000 naira only for nursery and primary, while that of secondary can be purchased at the rate of 1,500 naira only, as admission is ongoing. In an attempt to further equip imams as religious leaders, a day seminar organized by the Association of United Imams and Khatibs holds tomorrow morning. Released by the Chairman Planning Committee, Imam Abdullahi Olonlo Mere, and the Secretary, Imam Abdul Salam Akinwumi, indicates that the seminar tagged the role of imams in peaceful conduct of an election we hold at GMT hotels along Goroki Estate, Oshobo. It tells that the President, United Imams and Khatibs, Imam Lero Yusuf, will play host to the wife of the governor, Alhaja Kafayatu Ichola, at the program. As part of activities marking the 100 days of a new executives of environmental health officers in Osun State under Comrade Olufemi Ola, a day self-sponsored seminar tagged Integrated Pest Management in the Contemporary World holds tomorrow morning. Released by the organizers indicates that a new bus procured by the association will be commissioned, just as awards of excellence will be presented to outstanding members. Venue of the program is Yohan Secretariat, Abako Estates, along Ilesha Garage, Oshobo. In auto sports, the Super Falcons started the defense of the Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco with a 2-1 loss to arch rivals Bayana of South Africa. Adeyemi Aboderi has more sports updates.
South Africa's Bayana edged the Super Falcons 2-1 in the opening match of the Group C of the 12th Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco on Monday, in the process picking all 3 points at stake. It was a balanced first 45 minutes with both teams unable to achieve any breakthrough, but South Africa were up 2-0 within 2 minutes of the hour mark after Jermaine Soposono hooked the ball into the Nigerian defense to get a clear chance to beat goalkeeper Tochukwu Oruehi from close range. Hida Magai added goal number 2 when she shot past on-rushing Tochukwu Oruehi. Rashidat Ajibade reduced the deficit when she found the back of the net with 2 minutes into added time. Nigeria must gain all 3 points against Botswana in their second match of the competition on Thursday to revive their campaign. Meanwhile, Botswana defeated their fellow debutant Burundi 4-2 in another Group C match of the ongoing Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco to go top of the group. The women's Botswana are ahead of second place South Africa, who beat the defending champions Nigeria 2-1. Both teams will be back in action on Thursday, with Botswana facing Nigeria, while South Africa will battle Burundi. In the meantime, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has congratulated the Rivers United Football Club for emerging champions of the 2021-2022 Nigerian Professional Football League. In a letter personally signed by the FIFA boss and addressed to the President, Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, the World Football Supremo said the title could not have been achieved without the entire team's hard work, passion and dedication, saying, with the feat, everyone in the club is happy with the players. He used the opportunity to appreciate the Nigerian Football Federation and the entire football fraternity for their contributions towards the development of the game in Africa. Former Super Eagles coach Gennett Ross says Victor Osimhen will be the ideal replacement for Robert Lewandowski at Bayern Munich. Lewandowski has been a subject of transfer battle between Bayern Munich and Barcelona as he insists that he wants to leave the Allianz Arena for good. Raw told this man that if Bayern let Robert Lewandowski go, Victor Osimhen would be a good alternative. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich has reportedly made contact with Napoli for the transfer of the Super Eagles striker. Arsenal has confirmed the signing of Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City on a 5-year contract for a £45 million fee. He becomes the Gunners' fourth arrival at the Emirates for the 2020-2021 season. Jesus has been handed the number 1 shirt at Arsenal, which has now been vacated following the Alexander Lacazette's departure on a free transfer. The Brazilian is believed to have signed a contract in the region of £220,000 a week, which will make him the Gunners' highest paid player for the season. The big hammer of the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, has fallen on Ghana Football Federation as the country's under-17 women football team, the Black Maidens, have been banned from participating in the next 2 editions of the qualifiers for fielding ineligible players and also fined $100,000. Morocco protested about the age falsification of 2 players in the Black Maidens team in the qualifiers. Meanwhile, FIFA has allowed Ghana Football Federation to appeal the judgment if they are not satisfied. Sport Update returns tomorrow. My name is Adeyemi Abodere.
To end the news across the country, here again at the major point, Osun State Governor Mr. Adegboyega Otola has reiterated his commitment towards infrastructural development and overall welfare of the citizenry. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, has condemned the non-appearance of top officials of the federal government before the ad hoc committee on the volume of fuels consumed daily in Nigeria at his investigative hearing in Abuja today. Focus on entertainment news was the use of slang in Nigerian music, the creativity it shows, and how they become an accepted trend in the society that lasts for generations. And we also brought to you that the Super Falcons started the defense of the Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco with a 2-1 loss to arch rivals Bena of South Africa. That was the news across the country, edited by Timitokwe Olayiwola, delivered by Olushola Egbodofo. Good evening.
You are live. On Osun Radio. Osun Radio. Community radio at its best. 104.5 FM.
Ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú tí mi gbọ́ kìjikìji 104.5.
Láti rédíò Osun 104.5 FM ilé àwùyé òkè baálẹ̀ Òṣogbo ní báyìí láwùjọ òṣèré ni ẹ ó máa gbọ́.
Ẹ̀tún méjìlé gọ̀gọ̀ lába òye níyì ọjọ́ láwùjọ òṣèré.
Láwùjọ òṣèré ètò láwùjọ òṣèré ó ń bà wá gidi ètò láwùjọ òṣèré ó ń bà wá gidi bàbá màmá ọlọ́sàn sísà ẹ máa gbọ́ ètò tó jẹ́ tí gbèsè bàbá màmá ẹ máa gbọ́.
Láwùjọ òṣèré.